Hello everyone. Welcome to our channel. Here, we explore the fascinating and rapidly evolving world of artificial intelligence. Our mission is to provide you with clear, insightful information and knowledge on the latest AI tools, breakthrough technologies, and the profound impact they are having on our world. From practical applications to ethical considerations, we break down complex topics to help you understand how AI is shaping the future of industries, creativity, and our everyday lives. Self-learning and improving artificial intelligence technology is no longer science fiction. What if the greatest challenge humanity has ever faced is not a climate disaster, or an asteroid, or a pandemic, but our own creation? What if the greatest challenge and the greatest opportunity humanity has ever faced is not something that happens to us, but something we are actively building? What happens when the most powerful technology we've ever invented begins to refine its own blueprint, learn its own lessons, and race towards a future that is, by its very nature, beyond our comprehension? What happens when the technology we build to serve us begin to improve themselves, racing towards removing human control over the planet? This is no longer the realm of science fiction. This is the urgent, sobering warning from the architects of our digital future. Today, we're going to cover what Ilya Sutskever, the pioneering co-founder of OpenAI, former Google CEO, Eric Schmidt, and many others believe may become a reality soon. Their combined message is a stark clarion call. You have no idea what's coming, and the time to pay attention is now. Let's begin with Ilya Sutskever's address at the University of Toronto. He grounded his talk in the palpable unease of the present. AI, he noted, has already fundamentally altered the student experience and is beginning to warp the very fabric of work itself. It's a slow-motion tremor, felt sooner in some industries, later in others, leaving everyone to wonder which of our hard-learned skills will still hold value tomorrow. But Sutskever was clear. This is just the faintest prelude. The real challenge is the sheer unprecedented and extreme nature of what's coming. He made the incredible feel mundane. We now have conversations with computers. They understand us. They speak back in human-like voices. They write complex code. It's astonishing, yet still deeply flawed. The critical point, he stressed, is that this trajectory does not flatline. Improvement is inevitable. The day is coming when AI will not just do some of what we can do, but all of it. His proof was elegantly simple. We all possess a brain, a biological computer. Therefore, there is no fundamental law of physics preventing a digital computer from achieving the same feats. This, he said, is the one-sentence argument for a future of omnipotent AI. This naturally leads to the dramatic, societal question: what happens when computers can do all of our jobs? But Sutskever pushed the audience further, arguing that job displacement is merely the opening act. The true paradigm shift occurs when we harness these powerful AIs to conduct research, including AI research itself. This is the catalyst for recursive self-improvement, AI building better AI, a process that would catapult the rate of progress into a zone he described as extremely fast and unimaginable. He admitted this future is cognitively and emotionally difficult to grasp. It feels like an abstraction. Yet, cold logic dictates its high probability. His advice was not to panic, but to engage. He used a powerful analogy. You may not take an interest in politics, but politics will take an interest in you. Multiply that by 1,000, and you have our relationship with AI. By simply watching what AI can do today and tracking its exponential growth over the coming months and years, we will develop the necessary intuition. This first-hand witness, he believes, will generate the collective energy required to overcome what he called the greatest challenge humanity has ever faced. A challenge that promises an equally profound reward. To understand the mechanics and breathtaking timeline of this challenge, we turn to the detailed perspective of Eric Schmidt. He laid out what he termed the San Francisco consensus, a view held by many leading AI researchers in that hub of innovation. Schmidt's forecast is startling in its immediacy. He believes that within the next year, the vast majority of human programmers will be augmented or replaced by AI. Why? Because for an AI, programming is a simple iterative process. It writes code until it passes the test. The programming language is irrelevant. Only the outcome matters. Simultaneously, he predicts AIs will emerge that can perform at the level of the top graduate students in the world's most advanced mathematics programs. He demystified how this is possible. At its core, today's most advanced AI is a prediction engine. It predicts the next word in a sentence, the next line of code, or the next logical step in a mathematical proof. It performs this prediction on a scale that is simply unimaginable to the human mind. This is not theoretical. Schmidt revealed that AI labs at companies like OpenAI and Anthropic are already using AI to generate a significant portion, 10 to 20%, of the code they use in their own research. This is recursive self-improvement in its infancy. AI building the technologies that build better AI. He states the consensus is that this scaling leads to artificial general intelligence, or AGI, a system with the flexibility and problem-solving prowess of a brilliant human within 3 to 5 years. And just a few innovation cycles after that, within about 6 years, we could be looking at artificial superintelligence, an intellect that surpasses the combined cognitive power of all humanity. Schmidt then made this abstract power tangible with a concept called agents. Imagine you want to buy a plot of land and build a house from scratch. One AI agent could scour the market for the perfect property. A second could analyze local zoning laws and building codes to determine what you can build. A third could negotiate the purchase and handle the transaction. This system could then collaborate with a human architect on the design, find and hire a contractor, manage payments, and if necessary, even initiate legal proceedings for breach of contract. This single, mundane example, he noted, is a blueprint for automating every single business, government, and academic process in existence. This begs the obvious, frightening question: does this mean mass unemployment? Schmidt offered a historical perspective, noting that automation has traditionally changed the nature of work rather than eradicating it entirely. But he also pointed to a modern catalyst: plunging birth rates in parts of Asia, which are forcing rapid automation to compensate for a future shortage of workers. The AI technologies he describes would allow a smaller, future workforce to achieve godlike productivity, fundamentally altering the social contract and potentially creating a world where many are dependent on the output of a highly productive few. When pressed to define the pivotal moment of AGI, Schmidt described it as the point where a computer transitions from executing human-defined goals to generating its own objective functions. It's the moment it sets its own tasks. This is the critical threshold, the moment it truly doesn't have to listen to us anymore. Both thinkers converge on one terrifying and exhilarating point. This technological tsunami is developing at a speed that utterly dwarfs our societal capacity to respond. Our governments, legal frameworks, and democratic processes move at a glacial pace compared to the exponential curve of AI. The implications are so vast that we lack the language to even discuss them properly. The AI technology of today is not overhyped. If anything, it is profoundly underhyped because the general public cannot yet internalize what a world with a free, superintelligent entity in it actually means. So, where does that leave us, as individuals, as a society? The message from the frontier is not one of pure doom, but of profound and urgent responsibility. We are not waiting for a distant wave. We are watching it form in real time, gathering force and height with every passing day. The cycle of self-improvement is no longer theoretical, it is operational. The most common timeline for a transformation that would dwarf the Industrial Revolution is now measured in single-digit years. This is not a future our children will grapple with. It is a future that is arriving within the current presidential term, within the lifespan of our current mortgages. The greatest challenge requires the greatest awareness. It demands that we look, that we learn, that we struggle to understand the incomprehensible. We must generate the collective will, the ethical frameworks, and the global cooperation necessary to steer this unprecedented force. We must aim it toward a future of curing diseases, solving existential problems, and expanding human potential, while building the safeguards to mitigate its monumental risks. The age of artificial intelligence is not coming. It is here. Its next chapter is being written not in years, but in months. And we have no idea what's coming next. Thank you for watching. We hope you found the video informative and helpful. If you enjoyed this content, please give it a thumbs up, as it really supports our channel. To stay updated on all things AI and never miss a future video, make sure to hit that subscribe button and tap the bell icon for notifications. We look forward to exploring the future of artificial intelligence with you.